All right, everyone, went outdoors, and you guessed it, we are back at the cabin, August 11th. Time is ticking now. We're getting really close. Now it's just a matter of weeks, no more months.
Hopefully that Gold Rush got a few bigger bears on Adam's bait.
Yeah, like 730 pounders. I had a lot of comments on the videos about the Gold Rush, and some people are just swearing by it. They wouldn't even bait without it. So I just mixed up a little hand sprayer with water and some Gold Rush in there, and it's unbelievably strong. So we're gonna try that today. We're gonna spray our baits with it. We're just gonna bait today, 1 bucket at each bait, and then tomorrow before we leave, we're gonna bait it real heavy with 2 buckets. Because when we're going on vacation and we're gonna be gone for few days, we'll come back, we'll drive over from vacation on Wednesday and then back up next weekend. So we'll bait it real heavy tomorrow, but it doesn't pay to go out there right now with 2 buckets at each bait if we're just gonna bait it tomorrow again. Parker is mixing up a concoction here of some chocolate and some molasses and corn we're starting to mix in there now, and so then we're gonna put some cookies and the usual caramel corn. Oh, that looks good. That is good.
It's like black.
Yeah, leave it over the bucket, don't spill it.
And this time, Andy's coming up with us.
Yeah, Uncle Andy's coming?
He's gonna be here in around
Yeah,
2
guest
hours.
appearance from Uncle Andy and the boys.
No, that's
So, yeah, I'm excited to see what the Gold Rush did. We tried the experiment last week at Adam's bait. That one hasn't been doing too good, so we'll see if there's a change, and I think we're gonna spray it at the new bait that we haven't named yet. Hopefully there's a bear on there. Was no bear last time we checked after 2 days of bait. Now we've had all week. Hopefully it's hit by now. I know everybody's been talking about in the state how the baits are drying up, how they're dying, they're not hitting it as much, but that's just that time of year right now, is that there's berries out there, there's baits everywhere, there's just more food out in the woods. So those bears don't need to come to these baits. So that's why we're gonna mix in all this good stuff right now, the next few weeks, and keep those bears on our baits.
the big ones.
The big ones.
Hopefully,
So yeah, I'm still wearing the same clothes I bait with every time. If you could smell through the camera right now, it smells delicious. It's getting pretty dirty, but it just completely smells like bear bait. We'll see if that makes a difference. We've kept it just us three.
A big chunk of chocolate.
Throw it in there.
Yeah.
We've kept it just us three all summer, and my dad, Grandpa Tom. So we haven't introduced a lot of new people into the bait. I know when people come up north visiting or hanging out with us, they want to, oh, let's go check out the baits. And the more I think about it, I think that's probably not a good idea to have a bunch of people trudge out to your bait, introducing all these new human scents in there. And so we're gonna stick with that, what we've been doing all summer, and just keep it to just us, the only people that are going out there to bait. Parker and I will be the only ones that are gonna sit at these stands. So our scent should be all over in there. Hypothetically, the bears are used to our scent, and we'll see if that works. All right, we're at the new bait, and it finally got hit. That's good, right? We got some scat there, berries in it, small, but it's hit. So we're gonna check the camera when we get back and see if it's a good one. It looks like they're scraping at the stump a little bit. Yeah, there's a little bit down on the bottom yet, but that's good. Let's get this sprayed up. We're gonna do the Gold Rush around here. We just got it. It's this pure Gold Rush, basically, watered down, a little bit of water. I know some people said mix it with the fryer grease, but we'll do that yet. But I just wanted to have this pure, and it's just unbelievably strong. So.
Are we gonna put bait in it?
Yeah, we'll bait it, cover it back up. We'll spray it down with that. We're not gonna use the vanilla or nothing.
Are we gonna put the peanut?
We got some peanut butter. We're gonna spread a little peanut butter in there too.
Should we put it on the lid?
Yeah, we can put it on the bottom of the lid. Yeah, some more over here. And this whole area is all matted down. They must have been laying in here. I don't know if it's a sow and cubs or what, but they're definitely in here. I'm anxious to see what camera shows us. That's the strongest
Smell ever.
isn't it? It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. Just spray out all that stuff.
Oh, we got plenty, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, if they don't smell that.
I put the peanut butter there to see if they like it.
Wow, that's really strong.
That's really.
Alright, Tony's bait was cleaned up like always. Even more this time than lately.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Because the last 2 or 3 times there was still corn at
Still a
the
little
bottom.
bit on the bottom. But we changed the camera batteries, so we should get a good, the last 4 days of what was actually in here. And hopefully we have Chongus or Scarface or somebody in here along with the other one.
And also another bear took a nice dump in here.
Alright, spray the log and stuff. Yeah, let's put that Gold Rush. Oh, as soon as he starts spraying, it's a good smell, but it's so strong. And bears, how good they can smell. If I can smell it like this, they gotta be able to smell it miles away. So hopefully this makes a difference. We made it into Adam's bait. We used the Gold Rush here, didn't we?
Yeah.
With the fryer spray stuff. It didn't smell as strong with the grease. Just mixed with water. At the other 2 baits now were like extremely strong. Like I don't really smell it in here. It did get hit. The lid fell in. Something's been digging underneath. Nothing crazy. I think we're just gonna spray it down. We'll switch the camera. Something was clawing underneath the camera there. See that?
Probably
There's claw marks underneath.
might be a
So we'll
squirrel.
see. And if it's something decent in here tomorrow, we'll bait it up again. But I'm about ready to abandon it because we're just wasting time coming over here, wasting bait. It's getting all soggy when it rains. And sometimes there just isn't a decent bear or a bear in this area that wants to come in here. Too much pressure. Could be a combination of a lot of stuff. But we could use this bait other places because it's starting to dwindle down. We've been going through a lot. And we don't need to keep a bait going if it's just feeding the crows is what we're doing. How many crows are on this thing? I mean, you could hear them when we came in. They were squawking.
They're still over
but there's like at least a dozen of them. Every time I check the camera, it's 150 videos and there's 148 of them of crows. So I'm not here to feed the crows.
This one the crow bait.
The crow bait, yeah.
For crow hunt.
All right, let's get out of here. Oh, like I said, those buckets are getting heavier. But this bait has been consistent since
Day 1.
Memorial Day weekend, day 1. There ain't a scrap left. They clean it all up. We just gotta have them coming in during shooting hours. That's the biggest thing right now. We can keep them coming right now. We got a couple more weeks. I think the bears that are here are kind of committed to this bait. I guess unless they get pushed miles away, I don't know, but it's a good bait, and they definitely are a bunch of them in here. That looks really good, Parker. Look at that.
Delicious.
I like that. That soupy, sweet, sour,
It's what you want.
salty, sweet, chocolatey. It's all mixed together, oily. I think that's what we're gonna switch to more of. Kind of like just mix it all up, make a big soup. Because it's got a little bit of everything. Definitely gonna use that Gold Rush. That is some strong stuff. And then we're just gonna douse it with our cream and all of our good stuff. We got 3 weeks. Alright, so this one is drenched in Gold Rush. Gold Rush, do your thing, right? I want to believe in you so bad. Gold Rush. we thought we'd check out. This is where Parker got his buck last year. First year we ever hunted it. Saw a lot of deer bow hunting, and then he shot that 5-pointer opening night, I think it was. It was relative to the same area as the Y bait, but it was just big water hole. And I know it was 10 times this size earlier in the year. Last time we were in here, we put a camera. Hopefully it's still here. Oh yeah, it is. But a lot of deer coming to it. And water is just as important as food, especially up north. But it doesn't really look like there's some tracks.
Why is the camera way back there?
I think that's where I put it, but it looks like it's turned a little.
Yeah.
Definitely big trails coming through here. They're coming through, so I'm sure the camera batteries are dead.
Oh yeah.
But we thought we want to come in here, change the chip, change the batteries, and leave it alone for another month or so. And like to hunt this. We didn't start hunting this last year till like right before gun hunting, I think it was.
Yeah.
So I think right there is bear tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. See?
Yep. Hi, bear.
Or there's just a little one. A couple of them. But yeah, I think the bear, like the water is just as important for the bear too, you know? Yeah, there's bear track all around here.
Ooh, big.
Yeah, there's bear tracks all around this water hole.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. And there's a huge trail going through here. Something is really coming in here. Maybe we can hunt over this for bear.
Catch him. Oh, there you go. That's a good one. Long one.
Yeah, I like this spot. Last year for deer hunting was really cool. It was our first year trying it, and we were successful. But maybe this would be a better bear spot than over there, another quarter mile or whatever it is. Because we're walking this trail, and I think that's the 6th pile of bear dung, bear crap, as Peyton says, just on this trail. And it's fresher stuff, berries in it. There's tracks all around that water hole. So I don't know, I'll be interested to see what this camera shows us. We might end up sitting in our deer stand for bear and shooting over a water hole. I don't think that's an option when you're filling out your tag, when your kill tag. I think it's with dogs or bait. Yeah, it's all along here. Crazy. How did we not see that on the way in? Alright, it's the next day. Parker and I baiting, August 12th. We're at the new bait. We found out all that was in here was a sow and 3 cubs. Came in 2 or 3 nights. In and out, in and out. No other bears yet, so we'll have to check the camera from last night and see if there's anything else. But they tore the heck out of the stump. And I noticed what was funny was when we checked the camera, she was constantly trying to wrench on the log to try and tip it over. She tried multiple times, but this is that huge one from Fuller that there's no way. Unless they dig around it more and get it up. But even then, I don't know if they'll be able to tip it over. So we're going to bait it up, get out of here, and check the camera, see if there's anything else. So far, this bait just started it. I know we were going to name it, right? What can we name it with a sow and 3 cubs? What's the name of this one? I don't even know. We'll think of something. For now, it's the new bait. Alright, now we're in at Tony's bait. And for one night, they ate it pretty good. There ain't much left at all. This one we checked. No big one here in the last couple weeks. Scarface is missing. We have to find him. Maybe he'll show up again. But there is a sow and cubs visiting here. They're in and out quite a bit. There's a couple real little ones. There's a couple that are 150s, I think, and then it's just hard to tell which ones are which. But then I think there is one decent one here that's probably 250-ish. I mean, it's still a really good bear, and it's a bear that probably couldn't pass up. We just kind of been overlooking it, because every time we come into these baits, all we do is look for Chongus or Scarface, and in the meantime, there's pretty good bear otherwise. So, but that one comes in during the day. We've noticed quite a bit. We still got bears visiting during the day. Definitely activity has slowed down overall on our baits. So we're gonna get this baited up, go on to the next one. We're not gonna do Adam's bait. Yesterday we checked it, and I checked the camera, and there wasn't nothing on it since the last time we baited. So I think the coons must have knocked the lid in or whatever. So we're just gonna leave that alone. Maybe we'll check the camera once a week or every other week just to see, but I ain't gonna waste my time going over there every week and baiting it. We'll stick with our two main baits here. We're gonna go to the Y next. We'll keep the new bait going yet, even though so far it's just been a selling 3 cubs. But other than that, we'll stick to our two main baits. Parker's getting the big old lid on there, which broke, so now it's like a puzzle. Yeah, put it in there just right. Yeah, again, here at the Y, they just annihilate it just in one night. It's just trashed. Every scrap's gone. I gotta check the camera in here because I got it. It fell down a little too much. So when we checked the camera yesterday, it cuts off about top of the bait. You can still see bears in here, and there's bears here. I wouldn't say there's anything big. We haven't seen Chongus or Scarface in a while now, but there's still other ones coming in. Some during day. Nothing huge. There's maybe one decent one that we would shoot, but there's a bunch of them, so that's good. So we're just gonna stay with the routine, keep baiting this up heavy, and then hopefully in the next few weeks the big ones come back, or another big one or a different big one. But on a side note, we kind of found out we have another bait we never even knew we had. Where Parker got his buck last year on the watering hole, which is straight through the woods here, a quarter mile or so. It was a big pond in May. Now it's just a big hole, but there's water there almost all year round. And we checked the camera I left out there since May yesterday, and it was still working. It took pictures of us walking up, but it was just solid pictures of, well, it kind of got overgrown, so it's looking through brush, but it was bear after bear after bear coming in to that water hole. There was tracks all around it. So I moved the camera so you can see a little better, and there's no bait or nothing there. It's just that water hole. So we're gonna leave the camera there, and it's a possibility to sit in that spot too, because they're definitely coming there. They need water just like everything else, so that seems like it's almost just as important as food, as everybody kind of knows with deer how important the water is on your property. So it's another bait that we don't have to use any bait, natural water, so it'd be kind of cool. We're just gonna monitor it and see what happens. If other baits aren't working out too well come hunting season, maybe we can sit there. Time will tell. Well, thanks for watching episode 10 of Parker's quest for his Wisconsin black bear. About 3 more weeks. Oh, hopefully this all pays off, right?
Yep.
I mean, we worked hard at this, and you got the struggles of this time of year. Lack of big ones after you've seen them all summer. Hoping that they will come back. Or a new one comes in. It's mentally tough as well as physically tough, right?
Yeah.
But it's fun, and we have a good time, and it's always good just to be up north. That's one of the main things why we do it, just to get up here and get outdoors, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
So thanks for watching again. Hope you subscribe, tell your friends. And like always, we had a good time, right? Because we went outdoors. broke, so now it's like a puzzle. I put it in there just right.